Has your favorite YouTube stacker been compromised? Now, as I talk about this topic in this video, I want to be transparent that I'm not attacking any particular stacker that's out there, but I do want to bring some awareness to the YouTube stacker content creator. This has evolved quite a bit over the last several years. I have been stacking for over 8 years. Back in the day, we had YouTubers like Silverfish BT, Silver Buyer, Balant GP was a lot more active. Salivate Metal has been around since then. And definitely the personalities have evolved and shifted over the last 4 to 5 years, I would say. And there are some YouTube channels that have quite a bit of following, some close to 100,000 followers, much more than what it was in previous years. And I just want to talk a little bit about, are they compromised? YouTube stackers have been exposed to, which is good. I think it's great that YouTube stackers and content creators are getting compensated for creating content, whether it's through AdSense or sponsorships. But that brings the question of, are they being affected in the advice and the content that they provide if they are being paid by sponsors, whether they're other bullion dealers, whether they're mining companies, whether they're another third-party seller that wants to sell you something or sell you on an idea. And I think it's very important. In the past, I feel like videos were done a lot more for hobby purposes, and some of them still are, but I feel there are some that are strongly driven by the monetization of YouTube. And I know it's a boring subject, but I think it's very important for new stackers to understand and for everyone to acknowledge where things are going. The one reason why I feel it's very important to talk about this is new stackers, those that are doing research of whether they should start buying silver or gold. They really do binge watch, and some of the big popular channels will be the ones that pop up. So I think it's important to provide some good and useful information and level-headed information to those that are looking to start stacking. And that might be with price predictions, that might be with how much you should be paying over spot, and also which are good dealers to use and which maybe are not for certain coins. And it might change from time to time. But I think it's important, especially for those new stackers who don't know, who are just learning, and they're relying on someone who's being paid to promote a specific company or a specific product. And some content creators are very good and transparent about who they're being sponsored by and kind of their thoughts behind it. And others, maybe not so much. I won't name names, but some of you might know who they are. And also, second, I think it does limit the content that those creators make based on what bullion dealers are doing. For example, if a specific bullion dealer is sponsoring someone, that might limit what that stacker determines to be an appropriate premium to pay over spot for certain things, certain coins or bars. That might be their real opinion, but if it's driven or is being influenced by the dealers sponsoring them, that's when we start entering some of the gray areas where it's okay to pay $8.99 over spot for a certain coin or bar, or that's an acceptable premium. Then after that, I think, there are times when always buying is not the best approach. There might be times where you might want to take a break, whether because you may have specific price targets or stack targets. So if these content creators saying always buy, it's always a good time to buy. It's a good time to buy when it's high. It's a good time to buy when it's low. It's a good time to buy when there's premiums. It's a good time to buy when there's triple premiums. So that really does affect how and people receive those messages. And within that, there comes some transparency. As I mentioned, some YouTube content creators are good about being transparent if they're sponsored by certain companies or if they're not. Are they providing you with the ample whole array of opportunities, different bullion dealers, different deals, etc.? There's some great people that do great service to the community by, just talking about the whole landscape and not limiting themselves to specific bullion dealers or mining companies that might be sponsoring specific videos or content. And, it leads to the last reason, bias. How much bias is created by content creators to get the most views. You'll likely get the most views when you say silver will go to $50 and $100, as opposed to if you have a content creator who says, silver will hang around $22 to $26 an ounce, and take your time, don't worry about rushing in. So those types of conversations are affected, and those messaging are affected. So just want to bring that out, be cautious of what you listen to it with a grain of salt. And now I think it's important to figure out, where are they coming from? What's their intent? What's their purpose? Are they really, building community? Or are they building community, but also really emphasizing on generating views, generating monetization, and generating sponsorship? So just want to put that out there. Don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but I think it's an important topic to talk about, especially for new stackers getting into it, or those that rely on buy this, don't buy that videos from our YouTube stackers. That's all I got today. Love for everyone, but just wanted to put that out there. Have a good one.